Right.
Okay. Aloha and good morning, everyone. It's now 10:40. Mahalo for joining us this morning for the Hawaii Tourism Authority's Thursday, September 11th, 2025 Advisory Board meeting. As a reminder, if you have questions or would like to testify, please use the Q&A portion or raise your hand. Should you wish to provide testimony, we will recognize you and you may then proceed once unmuted. I'll at this time turn it over to Co-Chair McCulley.
Vice Chair McCulley, if you could please unmute.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
I shut down my phone. This was very strange that I wasn't invited into the webinar, but here I am. Thank you for being patient. Has the meeting been called to order?
You can call it to order now.
All right. I thought perhaps Kim had stepped in. Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting to order belatedly. It's now 10:42. Can we please do the roll call?
Yes. At this time, I'll conduct the roll call. Members, please identify yourself and whether there is anyone else present in the room with you. Co-Chair Agas.
Present and no one in the room with me.
Co-Chair McCulley.
Present and alone.
Member Tabura.
Present and alone.
Member Belmonte.
Present and alone.
Member Elmore.
Present and no one's in the room with me.
Member Fisher.
I don't see him in the attendees. David.
Okay. I'll go to Member Guy.
Present and alone.
Member West. Member Ojiri.
Present and alone.
Member Paulson.
Present and alone.
Member Wong.
Present and alone.
And Member Lazario is excused. One more time for Member West. Okay, Chair McCulley, you have quorum.
Thank you, David. And David, welcome aboard. We saw you in the audience, but here you are at the table. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll now proceed to the opening protocol. Patty Ornelas, are you available?
Aloha, yes, I am. Mahalo nui, Jen. Good morning and aloha mai kako to our board members, HTA team, and all of you that have joined the meeting this morning. I'm Patty Ornelas, Destination Manager for Kauai, and I was asked by Caroline to just say a few words because we are starting into our destination management process. So myself, along with fellow island destination managers, Blaine Andrade on Oahu, Megan De Gaia for Maui and Lanai, Matt Sueda on Hawaii Island, and Kuya Adolfo on Molokai are all working on our in-person destination management action plan community meetings. So last night, we kicked off Kauai's meeting on the west side of Kauai in Waimea, and today's meeting will be in Lihue. The purpose of our meeting is to gather as much information and input from our community members on various topics, such as for Kauai specifically, traffic, infrastructure and access, enforcement and safety, visitor education, and resident engagement and communication. And for Kauai, these topics specifically all directly and indirectly address impacts to our hotspots, our resident sentiment, and visitor experience. So last night's meeting was very robust. In fact, some spirited conversation came up in our breakout sessions, and we're really looking forward to the outcome of tonight's meeting as well. Although these were two official meetings that we have for the in-person. For Kauai, we will be on the near horizon, continuing to have more in-person in community meetings to gather more info on and for our DMAPs. So personally, I felt that it was a successful meeting with members from our Kauai advisory group. Joel Guy, mahalo nui for driving all the way from Hanalei to Waimea. Partners such as Sukanoho and the Kauai Visitors Bureau team, Nalani Bruin and the county, and the diverse base of community members that came to attend. Also, shout out to Caroline, Kendrick, and Kui for joining me for being HTA's on-the-ground presence. And some of you may heard me say this in presentation, so I'm just kind of wrapping up right now. Aohe hana nui ke alu'ia. No task is too big when done together. Collaboration is really imperative for success, and I feel that specifically and especially for destination management. I say this all the time. E kulike kako. We're all in this together. Mahalo for the time.
Well, thank you, Patty. Let's see, let's move on to agenda item number 4, which would be a report of any permitted interactions at informational meetings or presentations not organized by the board under HRS section 92-5E. Members, do you have anything to report? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 5. Agenda item 5 is the discussion for the selection and appointments of board members to standing committees, including sports tourism, film production tourism, administrative and audit, branding, and ho'okahua. We've taken a poll of the members. Carolyn, could you please proceed with the staff report?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So the members should have in your board packet the staff report for agenda item number 5. And in this report, the staff would like to establish the board committees in the areas of sports, tourism, film production tourism, administrative, branding, and ho'okahua. I will share my screen to share out how, let me see, where is my share screen before I do anything. And I hope members can see my screen.
Yes, you're in place, Carolyn. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks. And so sharing out, thank you all for taking the time to share with us the committees that you would like to participate on. And so what staff has done is looked at your first, second, and third choices. We worked with Director Tokioka, myself, and David Uchiyama. And these were the results of the committee. So I'm just gonna go through them, and please stop me if you have any questions. So for the Administrative Standing Committee, and this committee will oversee the contract terms of the President and Chief Executive Officer, and is responsible for making recommendations related to their evaluation. We have James McCulley as chair, and Joel Guy as vice chair, Leah Mauricia and Lisa Polson. And as staff, the staff leads would be myself and David. For the Branding Standing Committee, and the purpose of this committee is to provide strategic review, evaluation, and recommendations on the board's branding and marketing initiatives, programs, and activities that supports the authority's vision, mission, and strategic objectives, with a particular focus on destination branding, meetings, incentives, conventions, and incentive business. Proposing Kim Agas as chair and Daniel Jiri as vice chair, with Troy, Lanai, and Terry as members. And the staff lead for this committee would be JD Gu. For the Film Production Tourism Standing Committee, this committee will guide initiatives that promote Hawaii through film and television and integrated marketing to drive economic development and foster a positive, authentic representation of the state. Proposing Mauricia as chair, Linda as vice chair, with members Danny, Lisa, and Leah. And the staff lead would be JD Gu. For the Ho'okahua Hawaii Standing Committee, this committee provides strategic guidance on destination stewardship, perpetuation of Hawaiian culture, development and enhancement of visitor experiences, workforce development, and the creation and implementation of HTA's strategic plan, destination management action plans, and the state tourism functional plan. And for this committee, proposing Lisa as chair, Terry as vice chair, with members Leah, Joel, and Troy. And the staff lead for this committee would be myself. And then the Sports Tourism Standing Committee. This committee will advance Hawaii's position as a premier destination for sports-related travel and events and provide strategic guidance on initiatives that leverage sports tourism to drive economic impact, enhance destination's brand, support local, national, and international partnerships, and strengthen the community's well-being. And then for this committee, proposing Chris as chair, Lanai as vice chair, and members Kim, Terry, and Linda, with the staff lead being Milton.
Great.
And I'll just stop there. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. So at this time, I would like to get a motion for the appointments to those committees. But before we do that, thank you. I'd just like to point out that all members are welcome and will be notified of all committee meetings. So you'll all be able to attend and participate, but without voting, unless you're an appointed member. I do want to question, though, John Cole or Caroline, on the printed quorum, 4 members each for branding and administrative, and 3 members as quorum for the other committees. Usually it's a majority of the appointed members that establish quorum. So if we have 5 or 6 or 4, a majority would constitute a quorum. John, is there a reason that they have different numbers?
Thanks, Vice Chair McCauley. I was going to point out the same thing. I think it should be 3 if it's only 5 members, but I wanted to check with Caroline and David and Director Tokyo if there was some other reason that they put 4 for those first 2 committees.
And I'm sorry, that might just be a typo on my part. I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
So I think a quorum for committee of 5 would be 3 members, correct? Okay, thank you.
That's how it should be. Leah, you have
Sorry about that.
Leah, do you have something to contribute?
Yes, I just want to thank for the placing me on the Film Production Tourism Committee and your faith in having me serve in that area. But is it possible to ask if there are other members that are interested in the film production? Ideally, I would like to keep it to both the administrative and to serve on the Ho'okahua committees. Is this final, or do we have a say in our nominations?
This is, we're not sentencing you to anything.
Okay, no.
Your volunteerism, your service on the board at large. And as a reminder, if you're on the Administrative and Audit Committee, you will be a member of the CEO Search Committee as well. So you're kind of stacked.
Yes, so I would like to, as far as time constraints, to other responsibilities outside of Hawaii Tourism Authority, I would ask if I could be removed from the Film Production Committee and serve on Ho'okahua as administrative, and then of course, like you said, on the CEO search team.
All right, I see. Thank you, Lee. I see Lanai's hand up. Lanai?
Yes, same for me. I see myself on 2 committees. I'm all for the sports committee. As far as branding, time-wise, I'm having some issues with time. So if I could remove myself from that one.
Okay. Thank you, Lanai. On all of you, any of you are, as you think about this, you're welcome to advise Caroline or David of your wish to focus on key committees and rather than all the committees you may have been appointed to. No problem with second thoughts. So please just advise and we'll clean up the committee assignments at our next meeting. So just advise staff of what your preferences are. Is that okay, Caroline and David?
Oh, yes. We can clean it up now so that we can call for the vote for the committee members and
Okay.
finalize the committees. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will do that now. May I get a motion? So what we will do is we will take the slate as presented and we will vote on that as presented. And if you just advise staff that you'd like to step down from that appointed position, then do so and we'll take care of it at the next meeting rather than trying to revise anything at this point. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah, because you're not, again, there's no handcuffs. So may I get a motion for appointments to the following committees as recommended by the interim president and CEO? Sports tourism, I'll do them all at once. Sports tourism, film production tourism, administrative, branding, and ho'okahua as presented by staff. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the appointments of the committees that you have just covered.
Thanks, Kim. And a second, please. Yes, Terry, thank you.
I'll
for the
second.
I'll second.
Cool. Okay, we have 2 seconds. That's appropriate. All right, so I'd like to call for the vote.
Co-chair Agas,
Aye.
co-chair McCully,
Aye.
member Tabura,
Aye.
member Belmonte,
Aye.
member Elmore,
Aye.
member Fisher,
Aye.
member Guy,
Aye.
member West,
Excused.
member Ojiri,
Aye.
member Paulson,
Aye.
member Wong,
Aye.
and member Lazario excused.
So David, if we're on the same page, that motion passed.
That is correct.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item 6, it's the creation of a CEO search permitted interactive group. Carolyn, could you provide us with your staff report?
Sure. In your board packet is the staff report for the creation of a CEO search permitted interaction group. And I will just go down to the discussion points. The purpose of the CEO search permitted interaction group is to work with the HTA's executive search firm and review qualified candidates' resumes for the position of the HTA president and CEO. It's also to conduct interviews of qualified candidates, as well as to develop the contract terms of the president and CEO and report back to the full board. And so with that, the staff would like to recommend the board approve the creation of the CEO search permitted interaction group.
Thank you, Carolyn. May I get a motion for the creation of the CEO search permitted action group as presented by staff?
I'll make a motion to create the CEO search permitted interactive group.
Thanks, Kim. Second, please.
By Paulson.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. All right, thank you, Lisa. Any discussion on this? Does everybody understand the perspective or the point of this permitted interaction group? If you have any questions about what a PIG is, if you haven't served on one, this would be the time to ask it, especially if you're a member of the PIG. Otherwise, we'll all be getting a tutorial from John Cole on our responsibilities, but discussion now, please.
Member McCully, could you go over, I know you stated a little earlier that the members on the Administrative Standing Committee and which other committee you said would probably be serving on the PIG?
No, it'll just be the members of the administrative committee as recommended by staff. So it's the members, I believe it's in your printout.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry, just saw it.
Okay, and then that was for ease of convenience or the logic of the administrative committee managing the CEO search. As you know, it's the only assignment or power of this advisory board. And so it's our kuleana, our biggest responsibility. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to require more time than any of the other committees, I'm sure. So bear that in mind. And if you're uncomfortable with making that commitment, then, please let us know. But any discussion about the committee? I'm sorry, the PIG. It's a permitted interaction group. By the way, all members of the board we are limited. So the PIG cannot have contributions from other members. It is only the members of the PIG that are at the meeting and discussing the CEO search. That's the kind of a definition of a PIG, is that it has to be less than a quorum in attendance, not simply for voting purposes, but for purposes of discussion and interaction. Any questions?
Director.
Yes, Jimmy has his hand up.
Thank you, Vice Chair McCauley. So for the edification of all of the members, the interactive committee will sift through the applicants. Caroline and I just got them, I think, a week ago from Bishop and Company. So they will go and review, the committee will go and review of all of that. But for the rest of the members, when it will go to the full board for discussion after some of the choices have been made, or it would just be one choice, or would there be a selection from the top three? I just wanted to ask that question so the members who are not on the PIG know what their role would be going forward.
I
don't know if that's a John. I don't know if that's a John question or if that's a co-chair McCauley question.
The board now will decide what the PIG needs to do, and Caroline had it pretty much laid out in her document. She did specify like top 2 candidates that the PIG would narrow it to, but the board can decide something different, or they could leave the number blank and have the PIG itself decide how many candidates to recommend that the whole board end up interviewing and making the decision on. But the whole purpose of the PIG is to allow it to operate outside of the sunshine law and not need to post notices for every meeting, and they can get together and discuss things on a more regulated and quick basis and do their work and then report to the full board what their outcome is, basically, that they've gone through everything and selected this many candidates to be interviewed by the full board.
Thank you, John. We have actually 2 motions. One is to establish that I'll make a following motion for the assignment of the board members to this PIG. This first one is just to establish the PIG. That's what we're discussing now. So when Caroline gave her staff report and provided the facts, those are either by statute or, I believe, item number 6, the salary shall be no more than the lieutenant governor. Is that statutory or is that a policy? Jimmy?
That's statutory. It got changed this past year.
Yeah, I remember. Do we have our new revised HRS that's searchable now, or is it the one that you provided us at the previous meeting, John? The perspective.
I don't think the statutes have been revised from the past session, so you would have to go to the bill itself that passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked this morning. It didn't change in the online version of HRS.
Yeah, I checked last week. Any questions from others? Oh, and I'm sorry, but the following second page of the staff report on the discussion side, giving the purpose of the CEO, yeah, some of those things that were proposed by Caroline are obviously modifiable by the PIG itself. You won't know until you actually sift through all of the applications and the interviews that how many candidates you want to propose to the board. So we will do that. We will call for the question now if there's no further discussion.
Can I just say, Vice
Yes.
Chair, a motion, if we just remove the number 2 in both the, conduct interviews of qualified candidates to narrow down the candidates, I would say, and then report
Yes.
back the candidates to be interviewed, so they're not restricted to, they could do 2 or more, or
Yeah.
sides.
So less than your hands, but more than your nose. Okay. All right. I'm going to close the discussion now, seeing no hands up. Can we have a roll call vote, please? This is for the establishment of the permitted interaction group.
Co-chair Agas,
Aye.
co-chair McCauley.
Aye.
Member Tabura,
Aye.
member Belmonte,
Aye.
member Elmore,
Aye.
member Fisher,
Aye.
member Guy,
Aye.
member West excused, member Ojiri,
Aye.
member Paulson,
Aye.
member Wong,
Aye.
member Lazario excused. Co-chair McCauley, the motion is adopted.
Thank you, David. We're going to move on to agenda item 7, which is the discussion and assignment of board members to the CEO Search Permitted Interaction Group. Caroline, could you provide your staff report?
Okay, thank you. And so thank you for establishing this CEO Search Permitted Interaction Group. And the purpose of this next agenda item is to assign the board members to it. And as Vice Chair McCulley had mentioned, we would like to use the committee members of the Administrative Standing Committee to be the members of the CEO Search Permitted Interaction Group. So the members would be Member McCulley, Member Guy, Member Belmonte, Member Elmore, and Member Paulson.
All right. Thank you, Carolyn. Let's see. May I get a motion for the assignment of these board members to the CEO Search Permitted Interaction Group as recommended by our interim president and CEO? Motion, please.
I make a motion for the assignment of the board members just identified by the CEO for the search committee for this group.
Thanks, Kim. And I saw Terry's hand go up, so I'm just going to use that.
I will second.
Thanks. All right. Discussion, please. Members listed on that, this would be the time for you to advise us of your concerns, questions. What are you getting into? Are we going to teach you how to swim or watch you drowned? You know, how is this going to work? Everybody's bold. All right. Yes, Joel.
I just say that I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to serve as vice chair under your leadership, and thank the staff for putting this all together.
Thank you, Joel. Anything else from any other member? Questions, discussion? Seeing and hearing none. I'd like to call for the question. Call for the vote.
Okay. Co-chair Agas,
Aye.
co-chair McCauley,
Aye.
member Tabura,
Aye.
member Belmonte,
Aye.
member Elmore,
Aye.
member Fisher,
Aye.
member Guy,
Aye.
member West excused, member Ojiri,
Aye.
member Paulson,
Aye.
member Wong.
Aye.
Chair McCauley, motion is passed.
Thank you, David. Before I conclude the meeting, we have no other agenda items. my goal was to have us done in a half an hour, it's 10 after 11, but part of that was the 12 minutes I spent spinning in the meeting room. I did want to start my comments at the beginning of this meeting of just taking a moment to reflect on the fact that it's September 11th, 24 years after probably the pivotal moment in our national life. And of course, it affected tourism then and now. It's not something that should be forgotten, and we carry it with us every day as members of the Hawaii Tourism Authority, given how it's affected travel. So I just wanted to take that moment, especially in these trying times as what occurred yesterday, the violence in our public life and in our society. And so just take a moment to reflect on how fortunate we are to live in our state, in our beautiful environment with our culture and our community, and that we are fortunate and privileged to serve them. So that was the chair's comments for the moment. This would conclude the Hawaii Tourism Authority's Thursday, September 11th, 2025 advisory board meeting. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us and all the members of the public or who are in our rooms. Thank you for observing us, and I look forward to working with you in the near future. Thank you very much. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha, thank you.
Mahalo.
Hello.
I should have known. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.